Can you share your role at CCM and how you first became involved with the organization?
Yes, I consider myself a CCM team member as a collaborative pianist and even on the advisory board for many years. Sometimes the assistant conductor, sometimes I help with language and things like that, or it's that's my current and ongoing role. The story of how I became involved with CCM is that I was fortunate to get a job with the Baltimore Opera Company in 1980. And when I moved back to Baltimore from Houston, and one of the operas that season it used a children's chorus, and it was the Children's Chorus of Maryland, barely 4 or 5 years old, directed by Betty Berteau. And in rehearsals, I was just so impressed with not just their sound, but their professionalism and their artistry. And Betty was equally impressed, I guess, with my playing and collaborative style. And so she invited me to come to their Christmas concert that year. And a fabulous pianist, Frederick Minger, and he's still in Baltimore. He's known as Rick, and he was superb. And they premiered the Midge of Gold, which was a setting of I guess children's nursery songs by Peabody composer Elam Ray Sprinkle. And I was just totally taken in, not just by his playing in the children's artistry, but the whole thing. And shortly thereafter, he moved on to doing other things, and Betty approached me about becoming the collaborative arm of CCM. And that was the beginning of 45 years of being with this fabulous organization.
Well, you've had such a wide range of musical experiences, both locally and nationally. How have those experiences shaped your work at CCM and your approach with mentoring young singers?
Well, that's an excellent question, and it just touches on my mission, which is to share my skills and my gifts as not just a collaborative pianist, but as a conductor. And I speak four languages, so I have a love for the text, and I have a love for I don't know, making art in a community sense. And all of my experiences and being shaped and mentored by people like Betty Berteau, and Ron Gretz, and Tom Hall, Ernie Green, just to name a few people, plus the fabulous conductors who would come to Baltimore Opera Company, just broadened and widened the scope of my toolbox that I could share with others. And that gives me great joy. I love being part of a team. Because I have more than one skill, I have several skills, I can be an asset to my students in the department at Towson University, and also for professional organizations and professional formative organizations like Children's Chorus of Maryland.
As CCM celebrates its 50th anniversary, what do you think makes the program so valuable and what are your hopes for its future?
I think foundational to CCM is that the these children come together from different backgrounds, different communities, different ethnicities, and they learn to work together. They learn the most outstanding musical skills to begin making their toolbox. They learn how to compromise, how to follow, and they have already such a joy in music making, and they're all so bright. They they are like ambassadors of peace and goodwill to anyone who hears them or has the pleasure of working with them. Equally as comfortable in professional settings like the Nutcracker, the International Touring Company at the Hippodrome, or with the BSO, or here or there, and they just, it's a gift to humankind. And there's a song called "To Music" that Betty composed, and it says the essence of it is, through music we all may one day heal the world. And in a nutshell, I think that says it.